If Erik ten Hag could choose one signing to make this summer for Manchester United, I guarantee you it would be Harry Kane. Now, everything that we've read and heard so far about Kane to Manchester United has been dead in the water. That Spurs don't want to sell to a Premier League rival. David Ornstein from The Athletic has now confirmed that Bayern Munich have put in an official first written bid for Harry Kane. It's the first formalised bid for Kane, from any club this summer. He was linked with Real Madrid, he's been linked with Bayern Munich, he's been linked with Manchester United. I'm going to react to the news, going to run through the full story from David Ornstein and have a conversation around it because it now forces Daniel Levy into a conversation and a decision. Let's speak about it, all right? Harry Kane, as I said, he would be Ten Hag's personally, he'd be my number one signing as well. And a top-class goalkeeper would be my second signing this summer. But David Ornstein has confirmed the bid here. And you can see what that bid value is. 70 million euros plus add-ons for somebody who's just about to turn 30. Now, I think a lot of people get offended by the prices of players. That price for a player of that age. But Harry Kane is not somebody who relies on pace. He's got years ahead of him. And, yeah, the whole market is screwed. Let's run through the full article here and see what it is saying, okay? So Bayern Munich have submitted that first 70 million euro bid for Harry Kane. Bayern Munich have submitted a formal offer for Harry Kane. The Bundesliga champions bid for the England captain is 70 million euros plus add-ons. So we don't know what those add-ons are. We don't know how high this bid goes overall. But 70 million initially plus add-ons. 29-year-old has got 1 year left on his deal. Bayern under Tuchel, we know, in the market for a new striker. And I think I've always felt that Bayern Munich was a likely candidate for Kane. It was going to be Bayern Munich, it was going to be Real Madrid, or it was going to be Manchester United if he was to leave Spurs. Now, we know full well that Real Madrid are now going to go after Kylian Mbappe, so they're kind of out of the equation. But Bayern Munich coming in for Harry Kane. What's your immediate reaction to this initial reaction? My immediate reaction is 70 million euros, good luck. Which I think is going to be a pretty widespread reaction. However, we just don't, and I'm not playing devil's advocate here, but if that was Manchester United going in with a 70 million euros offer, Daniel Levy will be slapping us out of the building. I don't think he'll do that with Bayern Munich. This is effectively what he's wanted. He's never wanted to sell Harry Kane to a Premier League rival. But given the choice now of selling Harry Kane to Bayern Munich and getting 70 million plus add-ons, or losing him for free next summer, that might be a different conversation altogether. What do you think about Postecoglou? I genuinely think he's a good manager for Spurs. I think they kind of landed on their feet there. But I don't particularly think he's going to be a big enough lure to keep him at Spurs and begin the project all again. But I tell you what, United, now's the time to react. Now is the time to move. And maybe that quite simply is impossible because of who our owners are and the current situation that's going on at our football club. Because we have been interested, FC. We've been interested in Declan Rice. We've been interested in Harry Kane. We've been interested in so many players. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been linked with around about 68 of them, to be precise. But if Manchester United really, and all the way through, like we've seen it all summer, like Man United don't want a Harry Kane saga. We were linked with Harry Kane, as I said, as far back as Solskjaer. But we've been linked with him in the last 4 to 6 weeks of the season. I remember the stories coming out. United are doing the groundwork, laying the groundwork. And it came at one point that United were just pulling out of anything to do with Harry Kane because we realised that Spurs did not want to deal with us. But what I think this bid does is it gives United an opportunity to get Daniel Levy to play his hand properly. Because either he really genuinely is not going to be selling to a Premier League rival, no matter what the value of the price of the bid is, or he just wants that maximum amount of money. So Bayern Munich going in with a 70 million euro bid, I can't believe I'm about to say this. It seems like a low bid for a player who's just about to turn 30, but it's Harry Kane. He's a guarantee of goals. There aren't many. I mean, I'm not. In fact, there's not many. There is no other striker available on this market that will guarantee the goals in the same way that he would. You might say Victor Osimhen would, and hey, he probably would be a success. But I don't think he would offer the same sort of guarantees that Harry Kane does. Nobody does, which adds a value onto the price of said player. You're a unique commodity. You have a unique selling point. Therefore, you're more valuable. So because Bayern Munich have gone in with that bid now, it gives United the opportunity to say, right, okay, well, we can just go in over the top of that. 80, 85 million. The marker has been set by Bayern Munich putting that bid in. Now, I would fully expect that bid to be rejected. But what do you think about Harry Kane? So many people have spoken about Harry Kane putting in a transfer request, and I'm like, there's no chance that Harry Kane puts in a transfer request. It doesn't feel like that. I don't think he'd do that. It doesn't want to sort of taint his reputation and his legacy at Spurs. Doesn't want fans to feel like he's forcing his way out of the club, like he's forcing the club to accept a bid like that. As I said, this is where we find out whether, well, maybe we won't find out at all, actually, because I tell you what, Manchester United might just sit here and just watch Harry Kane go to Bayern Munich. Simply because we do not feel that Levy would deal with us. But at the same time, what's going on with our alternatives? If that really truly was the case, and we felt that, and the only reason we're not dealing with Spurs is because we feel that we just can't get Kane because of Levy, and therefore we're going to be looking elsewhere, then we would be looking elsewhere. But again, we're looking. There is no movement. Rasmus Højlund has been linked with Manchester United for a good while now. Have any official bids gone in? No. There's nothing stopping that, maybe apart from the price tag, which of course all relates back to the Glazers. And then there's another player here with Declan Rice. We're seeing that Manchester United are interested in putting in a cash plus Maguire or McTominay bid for Declan Rice. Nothing. No murmurs. But I think with Man City and Arsenal both going after Declan Rice, and the bids currently that are being rejected are 90 million, I don't think we could afford that. So I want you to let me know in the comments below, like, what do you think this does? What sort of ripple effect will this cause with Manchester United? Will this actually force us to put some money on the table? To actually table a genuine, written, confirmed offer? Because if Bayern Munich are going to go in, and the conversation now is forced, Daniel Levy can't just sit there and just push everyone away and say no. Because the bid's in, Spurs are going to have to react to it. My prediction is that they reject it, but they can't reject it out of hand because this is pretty much what Daniel Levy has wanted, right? I think it's what he's wanted. If you were to give him a choice, the man that we know, Daniel Levy, and the way that he acts as a businessman, the choice of making 70 million plus add-ons in euros, or losing a player for a free the next summer, it wouldn't really matter who that player is. You're definitely not going to be losing that player for free because he's a business-driven individual. I don't think Harry Kane will force that move away, but I want United to pull the finger out now and say, cool, right, Bayern Munich are going in for him. Harry Kane is the #1 target. I've always maintained that this has to be the summer where we miss out on our main targets if it means that we gain some power back in negotiations rather than just paying anything that a club wants. Like I think if we go in for another bid now with Mason Mount, it kind of undermines ourselves. But we can't just sit there and just let Bayern Munich sign Harry Kane and go, he wouldn't have sold to us anyway. You can't do that. Not with Harry Kane. Now, you might say that's me being a hypocrite. But no, we'll have a top level. 70 million euros plus add-ons. We can certainly beat that bid. I want you to let me know what you think in the comments below because I'll be very interested to see how Spurs react to this. How Harry Kane reacts to this. If he leaves the Premier League. But how much control does he have over where he goes? He's under contract at Spurs. They could decide if they would like to sell him to Bayern Munich. I want to know what you think in the comments below. But I think it would be massively wrong if United just sat there and just let Bayern Munich negotiate with him and not do anything. Even if we're going to lead to a rejection. Well, it's not as if we're moving too fast ahead with Højlund or Moani or anybody else. So why not follow up on Bayern Munich?